Hey, welcome to another stream of Star Citizen. We're on the 4.8.1 live environment running patch 119.52564. Now, we've just we've just come in off the back of a hotfix. We're going to log in, or we're going to try to log in. It's been a really up and down story since last week. On Wednesday, there was a 4 hour maintenance period. Last Wednesday, there was a 4 hour maintenance period that turned into 6 hours. There was a 14 hour period of maintenance yesterday, which was Friday. And today we've had God knows how many hours of degraded performance due to hot fixes. Excuse me. Now then, it all started yesterday after server maintenance. Well, no, actually, it's been shit. Since 4.8 was released, it's been abysmal in terms of playability, reliability, stability, and predictability. From ships blowing up randomly for no fucking reason, to freight elevators not working, to people getting stuck in the pilot seat, to any other people losing cargo, any other problem you can imagine, it's been apparent. It's been an absolute shit show of monumental proportions. And I don't know where CIG are going with this. I really don't. They're spending so much time in maintenance, so much time fixing fixes that were fixed, that were broken but needed fixing again, and going round in fucking circles. And you hear Jared on Star Citizen Live. Oh yeah, player experience is our focus. It's one of our top priorities. Is it bollocks? It can't be. If it was, you wouldn't be putting out software that doesn't work. I mean, it's absolutely pissed everybody off, except for the hardcore White Knight fanboys. You will never ever be able to get them to admit there's a problem. Oh yeah, but everything's broken, nothing works as it's designed, but CIG are working on it, just give them time. What, another 14 fucking years and another $1 billion? Are you serious? I mean, I'm not angry. I'm not questioning CIG because CIG are beyond question now. They have had so much time, so much opportunities, so much money to get this done, to get this right, and it's not right. It's far from right. It's absolutely broken in ways you cannot imagine. Now, having said that, actually, I'm just going to go check my spawn point. Having said that, this is the first time we've logged in since the hotfix, because it only got fixed like 10 minutes ago. So it is Ruin Clinic. Ruin Clinic this is Ruin Clinic. Ruin Station in Pyro. We logged in 5 minutes ago and it's been, the notice came up 10 minutes ago that the hotfix was all done and dusted. However, I played this morning. In fact, it wasn't. Oh yeah, it was abysmal, to be honest. What I did, I got this armor done this morning. I crafted this armor. It's the Antium Jet armor with a Morozov CH backpack. Doesn't look that bad, but I got that done this morning when all the problems were going on. I thought, fuck it, Well, this looks a bit weird, doesn't it? But never mind. And that's what I got done this morning. So yeah, a lot went wrong this morning. A lot went wrong today. I've lost loads and loads of items. basically landed in my ship at an outpost to do a mission, killed everybody, took all the rammers and the weapons, put them in a ship, and then as I took off, I saw another body, and I thought, oh, I forgot a body. So I landed, jumped off the ship to grab the body, used the tractor beam to grab the body. When I turned round, my ship was pointing to the sky about 8 feet off the ground. There was absolutely no way I was getting in that ship. It was a Pisces, and it had like 7 corpses on it and a 2 SCU container full of gear, full of looted gear. Not a great loss, but that just about summed up the day. Now, have we got... Yeah, why have we got a small hangar when we haven't called a ship? Never mind, anyway. I want to see what the state of my Pisces is, because I stored it. The last thing I did before I logged out, I stored my ship. It said stored at Ruin Station, but I needed to claim it. There was no retrieve. So I claimed it, and obviously it's got none of the contents in. But I'm getting absolutely fucking sick and tired of losing containers. You know, you buy a container, they're 4k each, and you just lose them. I'm forever buying containers through no fault of my own. It's really, really annoying. Anyway, let me just check this. Should have the Scrubland camo. Yeah, it's got it. Scrubland. Right, fine. Another thing I want to check is the Andromeda. Yeah, it's got black heron on it. Okay, fine. 2 Mirai Pulse. Now then, what I've found is that's bricked. However, this will have the non-bricked version. What I've found, if you've got a paint job equipped to a ship or a vehicle in the same ASOP inventory, and you delete the bricked version, it fucking deletes your non-bricked paint job. It must be arse road round in the listing with the paints. So what I've got to do is get rid of both instances of the paint, save that, and then brick the ship, unequip, save that. And that, see, now the bricked one's gone. It's gone. So now I can get rid of the bricked version of, if that makes sense. I hope I've explained it adequately enough, but when I delete this, when I scrap that, it's going to get rid of the paint job that's active. So now it won't, because I've taken both the paint jobs off. But it's fucking annoying, I tell you. It's bullshit. It's fucked up code. It really is. And CIG don't seem interested in getting this right, because if they did, they would work through the problems, but they don't. Right, so undertow, save changes on equip. Okay. Now I've got to go fucking insure it. You see, it's all time sync on top of time sync on top of fucking time sync. It's a pain in the ass. Right, so insure loadout, pulse undertow, insure, confirm. Great. Yeah, I mean, what's the reason? What is the explanation for it going wrong all the time? Oh, it's an alpha. Fuck that. You know, it's an alpha in name only, to cover for the fact that it's shit software and it's never going to get finished. You know, the marketing model is why this exists. And if truth be known, if you look back at Chris Roberts' track record of making promises that aren't possible and never achieving them anyway, Star Citizen's no different. The only difference is now there isn't a publisher. He's got no boss to answer to. He is the boss. So this is going to go on forever. You know, this is going to go on for a very, very long decades. Absolute decades. And we will not see Star Citizen released as a full game. Probably not in my lifetime. Probably not in Chris Roberts' lifetime. But yeah, it's amazing how it just goes round and round and round in circles. You know, the problems that we faced last year and the year before and the year before that, we're still facing now. In part or in whole. They keep coming back. They're getting fixed and keep coming back again. Why does that happen? How does it happen? There's got to be some failure, absolute catastrophe, disaster type train wreck of a failure for this to keep happening time and time and time again. There's no progress. There's new content, but there's no progress. Oh yeah, but now we've got server meshing, have we? Have we got server meshing? Because half the time that fucking breaks. You know, it kicks you out of your ship when you cross a DGS or something happens or it knocks you out of quantum or whatever. Yeah, but these little teething troubles, you're going to sort them out when? Any competent, proficient, capable software house would have this fucking nailed by now. Yeah, but they're not going to do it because it's never been done before. It fucking has. Plenty of other games have this kind of technology. It's just that CIG want to do it their way. Using the CryEngine, which is called the Star Engine, which is probably, you know, after 14 years, you've really got to question whether that's the right fucking decision. And these graph databases. I recently found out that CIG has AI handling the data flow between graph databases. So you don't know what's fucking going on. You're never told anything. I mean, what was it? Google, not Google Gemini, Google AI. I asked a question about. It started off a mining question, and the AI was going on about CIG writes its own code, and I said no, it doesn't. Gets AI to write the code for it. There's no evidence to suggest that CIG uses AI, and I'm like, isn't there? Okay, then let's go through everything that's happening. You know, all the hallmarks, signs, and portents of AI improvements are present in Star Citizen software, and that's in a nutshell. That's making it very brief. And the AI said, I can't agree with you because CIG haven't admitted to it. Oh, really? Like, you know, all these other fucking companies, and there's 6 or 8 of them, well-known software houses that completely denied involving AI in the design of their game software, and they got found out and they had to admit they'd used AI in the design of the game software. So just because they didn't admit it doesn't mean they didn't do it. Especially when you've got software as fucking bad as Star Citizen. Because if AI is good at one thing, it's fucking things up. No human team, no matter how poorly managed or incapable, produces software this shit for this long after $1 billion of revenue generated. It's unparalleled. It's unmatched in the history of computer software. And how long does it go on for? That's the question. I mean, I'm really pissed off over the past half a week. Wasn't too impressed with 4.8. I'm wondering how you go from 4.7, which was really quite good, to 4.8, which was an unmitigated fucking disaster. You know, I'm thinking, how do you go from that good to this bad in one release? You either don't know what you're fucking doing, getting AI to design it and hoping for the best, or you don't care, or all three of those in a neatly packaged little bundle. You know, where's the progress? The progress is so slow it can be measured in decades. But everybody, as usual, I was in Evo chat earlier on, and everybody's, oh, I hope they're going to fix it this time. I hope, you know, they're going to solve the problem. Yeah, that's all you've got is fucking hope. You know, that's all you've got. You've got no evidence to suggest that they will. Based on recent history, they're just going to make things fucking worse. But all you've got is hope. Keep paying them. Keep living the dream. Keep believing what they tell you, and just hope that it'll come true. Because it hasn't yet. I'm getting fucking sick of the bullshit that people come out with. It's, you know, it's like getting run over by a car and then thinking, oh, well, it'll, you know, it's only a scratch when you've broke every fucking bone in your body. What have we got here? Deep space hits. Keep asteroid base safe. We've got absolutely fuck all we want to do. Yeah. We've got a couple of there's none with BPs. Keep asteroid. What the fuck's this? Nah. None of them. We need to start doing TSG. Somebody was telling me earlier that they got an X1 drive out of blueprint for an X1 drive out of TSG. That's kind of fucking cool. In fact, I should look that up. Let me see. La 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 la. Alpha patch 481 has now been released to live environment. Fucking hell. You know, to read the patch notes, you'd think everything was hunky-dory. Oh, and the potential fixes are back. You know, before when they said fix and they hadn't fixed it. So now they've put it as potential fix, which is bullshit. It's either fixed or it's not. The only reason why you'd put potential fix is if you didn't know whether it was fixed or not, which means you're not testing your fucking software before releasing it. That's why would you release software and say, well, it's potentially fixed? You'd have to add to that, I don't know because I haven't tested it. Well, we tested it in-house and it worked. So it's fixed then. Yeah, but it probably break again on the live environment. So it's not fixed. It's either fixed or not fixed. It's not potentially fixed. It's bullshit. How can you have a fucking potential fix, stupid bastards? This is why people don't trust CIG for shit like this. Oh yeah, it might be fixed or it might not, but it's not our fault. Buy Legatas. Yeah, right. I mean, it's incredulous, isn't it? Somebody told me there's a limit on transferring AUEC now of 1 million. Oh, wow. Replacing the player AUEC trade flow with an authorization ticket model that will require both parties to consent to the trade before it completes. The receiving player will receive a notification alert when AUEC is sent, prompting them to accept or deny. Sender will have a pending message. If not accepted in time by the receiver, the transaction will cancel. The system also introduces trade rate limits and amount caps. About fucking time. Fuck me. How long have they been doing this? Fucking hell. Say, if you had a board of 6-year-olds, they would make better fucking decisions than CIG do. I don't know what compels them to make the worst fucking decisions possible, but CIG seem very apt at doing that. You know, I'm being overcritical because I'm totally pissed off with what's been going on over the past half a week or so. Escort ship missions are currently unavailable while we test fixes for blocking issues. What, you mean hangar doors not fucking opening? Jesus Christ. I mean, it's real simple but fundamental stuff. You know, like when elevators aren't working and people can't get to the hangars or get out of the hangars, CIG does what? Fuck all for weeks. How can you release software in that fucking state when elevators are fundamental to getting anywhere in the game? How can you release software in that state and leave it for that length of time? If player experience is so important to you and it impacts everybody who logs in, why aren't you fixing it quickly? If player experience is paramount, why aren't you jumping on and say, oh, fucking hell, every single player in the game's affected, bar a few. Oh yeah, but we'll just leave it for a fucking month before we even do anything. Well, that means player experience can go fuck itself. And you're fucking lying about it being so fucking important. Because if it was important, you'd be jumping on it straight away. Now, I can't see any fucking missions here that, well, what I want to do is I want to keep checking for that other. I'm not even sure I'll get the bricked version. It basically said ruin expedition, Pisces expedition, ruin station stored, claim. There was no ensure loadout or retrieve, it was just claim. But it said it was stored. I had no choice but to claim it, and I had fucking bodies on the ship in full armor that I wanted to strip, but I didn't strip them because my fucking inventory didn't work. When I brought my inventories up, it was just blank. There was nothing in it. I couldn't even see anything. So let me just check the. Just got anything in it? Don't know. Because I'm at a total loss. I don't know what's what because of the instability of what's been going on. And it was such a shame because I put all my mining materials in four SCU containers and stuck them on the Connie. So I had 16 SCU of materials and fucking other shit. Excuse me. And I landed the Connie on the pad, used auto land, and when it landed I turned the power off, and the second the power turned off the ship started bouncing around. You know, it was like a trampoline. It was like it was on a trampoline. It bounced this way, then that way, and then it whacked up to the roof and hit the deck again. And then the ship turned purple, like a magenta type colour, for a second or two. And then it fucking blew up and killed me. And I woke up in the medical centre and I ran back to the hangar. No ship, no cargo, but the Merlin was there. You know, the Merlin was over this side of the hangar, over here, and no sign of the cargo. So I spent 3 days collecting all that fucking cargo to lose it in like 15-20 seconds. Through whatever fault, I don't know. The ship just fucking... I turned the power off completely with the U key. And the ship started bouncing around like, you know, uncontrollably. Eventually fucking blew up. For no reason. So I lost 3 days of time and fucking effort due to what I don't know what. But anyway, yeah, I went mining again and got a load of stuff together, so I was able to make this Antium jet armor. But I'm just so disenchanted and disillusioned with the fucking software right now, because it's been so fucking bad. It's been really, really bad. And like, I'd go out on a mission to an outpost, I'd kill all the enemies, and I'd be looting them, and I couldn't put the loot anywhere because my inventory wasn't working. So I couldn't access the containers in my ship, I couldn't access my personal inventory. The only thing I could access was my gun slots. That's the only thing I had access to. And I don't know why. I don't know why that happened. But it was very on and off, very intermittent. So, you know, 5 minutes later the inventory would be working, then it'd be off 30 seconds afterwards. And I'm thinking, what makes it do this? You know, why does it work and then not work, and etc, etc. It just didn't make any fucking sense. Now they're not stacking. Why not? Anyway, it's just a shit show. An absolute shit show. I mean, even Mr. Kraken released a video earlier called Not Fix because he couldn't log in. And there was dozens of other people who said, I can't log in, I'm getting this error when I try and log in. And that was from first thing this morning, like 7 AM. Now last night, because server maintenance took 14 hours, I mean it was about 2:30 AM my time, UK time, British summertime, when maintenance ended. So, you know, I'm like getting up at 6 o'clock and logging in at 7 o'clock, and everybody's complaining. Everybody's saying how fucking bad it is. Some people are saying they can't log in. Some people are saying that they're shard locked or region locked. Now I tried logging in and it kicked me out with an error. But when I tried logging in after that, I was locked to USA region, because that's the first region I tried logging in on. Now that tells me that the server I tried logging into hasn't released my account data. The game still thinks I'm logged in. But another user, I can't remember the name, they said just keep trying. You know, I tried repetitively to log in and it eventually let me in. Now it took me 5 or 6 attempts to log in this morning, but I got in eventually. But yeah, this is so fucked up. You know, and people have just spent $600 on the Ironclad and $5,000 on the Odin. And we get this kind of software. You would think charging those kind of prices, the software would be second to none. But it's just a fucking shambles. It really is. I mean, there's no excuses. No fucking excuses whatsoever. You can't say, oh, it's an alpha. What progress has been made from doesn't fucking work to doesn't fucking work? Oh, here's a new concept. It doesn't work, but we're going to release it anyway. Here's a new ship. Buy the new ship. It doesn't work as designed, but buy it anyway. I mean, are we all that fucking senseless and stupid? Or are we just bedazzled by the dream of what might be, and we're just going to throw money at them? It's an honest question. I mean, last month I spent about, not quite, about $150, maybe $160. And I hate myself for doing that. Because I've just contributed towards CIG churning out shit software. My $160 doesn't matter a fuck. It doesn't make any difference. Oh, you've got to keep funding the project. Really? Why? So you can fucking waste it and you can keep on churning out fucked up software. I'll put it like this. It's either job security or job satisfaction. Now, job satisfaction is doing the job right as quickly as possible. Job security is never getting it right. Because you're forever doing the same job until your boss gets pissed off and fires you. Chris Roberts has no boss, so nobody's going to fire him. Yeah? So CIG have job security, not job satisfaction. And I feel sorry for a lot of the devs because they don't make the decisions they're told what to do. It's the people above them that make the decisions. And there's, you know, tales of top-down management at CIG. So do as I say, not as I do, or find another job. That's top-down management. And yeah, a lot of the devs do great work, but who's putting all this together? Who's managing the releases? Somebody who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing or doesn't care. Or both. Nobody releases software this bad for this long. You know, anybody with a decent moral compass would say, hang on a minute, this isn't fucking right. We've got a lot of people paying a lot of money into what? A clusterfuck. You know, it's not right. It shouldn't happen. But it does. It's been happening for 14 fucking years. CIG are never going to change.
Quantum drive is now off. Shields online.
Right, well, had to abandon that fucking mission. There's just nobody about.
Takeoff complete.
There's nobody here. None of them there. Lootable boxes. There used to be shitloads here. There used to be quite a few in those structures, but there aren't any more. Unless this is a landing pad, a designated landing pad, so I'll just park it there.
Landing complete. Engines offline.
And now, when you move these stones, you could find a crate underneath them. There's no fucking crate now, is there? Used to be a crate there, but isn't now. Didn't mean to do that, but never mind. I can't remember if it's this side or the other side where the crate is, but there's no fucking crate here, so what we need to do now is jump up on here and just get up here. But these are, you can use these to jump up with. I mean, I've stacked them before. They used to jump around like crazy when you stacked them. Oh, they decided to stack themselves. Anyway. Oh, come on, get up. What the fuck? Why am I? It's like a magnet. I couldn't get away from it. Dee 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 dee. Dee 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 dee. Dee 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 dee. There's just nothing here, is there? No crates, no fuck all. Just the standard shit. Won't be anything in here, but I always check anyway. I checked up there, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I got that. Yeah, I've been down there. I'm gonna have to leave. And I've come the long way around, but I don't care. I'm gonna stop messing around now. Obviously, a bum mission couldn't be completed. But I do need to get back in the ship quite quickly. Right. Well, at least I got my container back, because I was complaining earlier about having to rebuy containers every time you lose one through no fault of your own. What's on top there? Nothing. Oh, there's a box there. How'd you get up to that then? How do you get up to that? me see if I can. Right. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Ah, bollocks. You better not fucking move. Damaged. Not worth bothering about, to be honest. Worn. That's okay. We'd like to find pristine, but we're not going to find it, so... That's lucky, isn't it? The ship was drifting away. And that's what you get for fucking around. So, close exterior. And...
Landing gear raised.
we need to find...
Shields offline.
ruin. Well, unless we've got another mission. And then we can waste our time with that as well. But what a fucking shit show. You know, 20 hours spent, or maybe more than 20 hours spent in maintenance. Hot fixes galore. I mean, 4.8 is one of the worst releases CIG have ever done.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now. Shields online.
So let's just check missions. Nope, no new missions. You know by the number 28. And said you're pushing this refueling shit right now because they're selling the Starlight, which is the refueling ship. After this ship, after the new ship comes along, refueling will just vanish. And everybody say, why did I buy this fucking ship? Why did I buy this ship? I'm thinking refueling is part of the game and you've taken it out. Why? Because they always do it. They're just staging a few missions or an event or something to sell the ship, and then it's fucking forgotten about. They move on to the next thing. And it amazes me how people don't get wise to it, but there are some people who just have to buy everything, no matter what it is, for whatever reason. I could mention names, but I'm not gonna. But one person who bought the Starlight's saying, oh, well, the fuel nozzle doesn't work, so how am I going to refuel with it? Well, you're not supposed to. You're just supposed to buy it. It's not supposed to work. It's not supposed to be for any other fucking reason than you giving CIG money. Anyway. And that's fucking typical. So, yeah, nah. I'm just gonna go. I think I'll just go back to Ruin Station, and God, it's gonna be like this for another few days now, isn't it? So freight elevators broke down this afternoon during the degraded performance, but now the hotfix has been implemented. They still don't work. And it's not like people started complaining about freight elevators today. They've been complaining about them since 4.8 was released. Oh, at least the ship has fucking lamp on it. Yeah, we're good. We're all good. But unless the freight elevator's working, how are we going to store our stuff? Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Oh, nice ship there in the way. Fucking hell.
Landing gear deployed. Arrival complete. Welcome. Engines offline.
Okay, I think what we'll do is turn everything off. So, first thing to do is see if the freight elevator's working. We can easily find out by trying it. If it doesn't, we'll put the container back on the ship and fucking store the ship. But earlier on, the last time it worked, I brought a container up, emptied all the items out of it, and tried to send it down. It wasn't going back down. So we'll find out now. We'll just select all shown, put it on the elevator, send it up. Oh, it's coming up. Okay. And then send it down again. So I wonder why the first freight elevator didn't work. Interesting. Interesting, right. So we can just store the ship. Glad to get the container back though, so I don't have to fucking buy another one. That's storing, that's good. And we will just store all this. Clear filters, stack everything. I said stack everything. Jesus fucking wept. I wonder if it only stacks the page you're looking at. It must do. It must do. Right. One of these. Oh, I don't care. To be honest. Right. Anyway, I've had enough. I've really had enough. I'm gonna log out. We'll come back sometime in the morning, try it again, see if it's any better. I don't know. But yeah, what an absolute shit show. Oh, and it's fucking crashed on me. So yeah, whatever. So thanks for watching. Have a great rest of the day. Take care of yourselves. Catch you later.